So I just got my coffee. I got a, let's see here, venti. Oh, this one's my husband's actually. I got the steamed, or no, I got the venti flat white. I used to get this all the time. It's so good. So I haven't had it in the longest time though. But I do get the venti flat white, almond milk with sugar-free vanilla. So let's have that first sip feeling. This is here. First sip feeling, yes please. So good. Wow. Wow, it's so good. I feel like to be honest though, I don't think that, I feel like I asked for sugar-free vanilla, but I don't taste the vanilla. So I feel like going and maybe putting it, it's not that sweet is what I'm saying. So I feel like going and putting like maybe a stevia in here or something to sweeten it up a bit because I do like it sweet. But anyway, guys, hopefully you could hear me. I'm in Chappaqua today, so I was just at Whole Foods doing some shopping, and I figured I'd stop for a Starbucks because I ran out of coffee in my house, and I am so addicted to coffee now. I'm actually thinking my anniversary is coming up soon, so I was thinking about maybe getting a coffee, you know, an espresso maker, coffee machine for my house. What do you guys think is a good one? I've been looking online, and it seems like a lot of people like the Nespresso, but I have to investigate. But do you guys know of one? I want one. I like when they look really nice too, because I want it to look really nice in my kitchen. So I'm looking for one that I think I saw one the other day. I think it said sage on it. So I'm not sure what that is. I have to look it up, but it was just so beautiful. It looked like it was stainless steel, just so gorgeous, so kind of European looking. And someone was making a vlog, and it was dripping out slowly. I should ask her, but the vlogger, she has like millions of comments, so I'm sure she won't see if I asked her. But or I should ask someone in the comments, right? But do you guys know who is she's from England, so the vlogger that I was watching, so it might be a UK brand, I'm not sure, but it just looked like such a beautiful machine, you know, the machine in itself. So I would love to get that. But it's so overcast right guys. It looks so, it's not that late, it's about 3 o'clock, and it's getting really dark out. But I'm gonna head home. I do have some boxes to unbox, so I figured we could unbox the boxings. I gotta tell you more about, remember my crazy neighbor that I saw that I was telling you guys about the other day, guys? I wanted to tell you, kind of give you a little update. My husband told me when my husband went and talked to them after I was told you guys. I said, you know, I don't know if you saw the video, but my husband went over. My neighbors were screaming at me about, well, they're not actually my neighbors anymore, thank goodness. I did move, but I do own my home. Now we rent it out, so we go there, you know, to check on the house, do work, do things for the renters. And so we were there. Then the new neighbors had moved in next door. These other people moved into a house right next to ours. Crazy. They put leaves in the street. They were screaming at us. And so I don't know if you saw the video, but anyway, my husband went over there to find out like what was the story. They go, oh, when my husband showed up, they were acting so nice. They were apologizing. They were like, oh, it's no big deal, don't worry. Totally different than how they acted to me, which happens all the time. Are you guys like that? But my husband, people will be so nice to him and they'll be so nasty to me, and then I tell him, no, that person is crazy, they're so nasty. And it's almost like he doesn't believe me sometimes. He's like, because they're so nice to him, it's weird. But you know, my stepdaughter told me, she was like, because they're fake. She said it's because they're fake. They show me their true colors for some reason, and then to him they're very fake. But anyway, guys, what I was trying to say, my husband went over there, they were so nice to him, whatever. He told me, you know, it's over, don't worry about it. Because now I'm like thinking, when I go back there, are they gonna act crazy? He's like, no, anyway. Well, guys, guess what my husband told me though? See, my husband grew up in that neighborhood, so he knew the lady Grace that I was telling you about, that was a woman that was nice to me, that she used to live there. She passed away. She was about 85 years old when she died. And my husband grew up with her. He knew her since he was little. And he told me, he said, you know what's really weird? He told me, he said, Grace used to scream all the time about the leaves in front of her house. She was obsessed with the leaves in front of her house. And he said it was really weird because I didn't want to speak ill of Grace, and I'm not gonna speak ill of her because she passed on. And you know how they say don't speak ill of those who have passed on. So I'm not trying to speak ill of. And plus, she was very nice to me personally, mostly. But she would come out. One time, I was parked outside of the house with my sister, and we were just chatting in the car, and she came out screaming, what are you doing outside of my house? What are you, like, really raging, really crazy, technically, a little cray, yes. Raging just like that lady. She was screaming at me about me and my sister were sitting in the car, and she goes, why are you sitting in front of my, who are, like, I think she might have been having some sort of dementia, like she didn't know who we were, I don't know. But she was screaming because we were outside sitting in the car. And she was screaming like a nut, raging, filled with the same energy of the new neighbors, violent and nasty and vicious energy. She was making the same faces that Grace would, like I was telling you guys, when I was in the car chit-chatting with you guys, this lady was, I don't think I said it right because I was very stressed out. She was pacing back and forth outside my car. So I was talking to you, but she was on the side of my car, pacing back and forth and doing this face. Like I kept saying squeezing the face. I was just so stressed out, guys. I couldn't think of another word. She was like going like this, like, oh, like that. Like, but without the fist, but she was like, but maybe her fists were down and I didn't see it. That's the kind of face that she was making. And so my husband was like, that is so weird because that's exactly how Grace used to be. Except in his case with the leaves, she used to be out there. He said all the time since he was little, she'd be outside screaming about leaves and where are her leaves and who touched her leaves and just all kinds of madness and insanity about the leaves. Now, I'm sure you guys know, I don't live in New York City. I mean, there are trees everywhere here. It's the fall. There are leaves everywhere. So what is this lady talking about? Screaming, and then the new neighbor doing the same thing, screaming about leaves. My husband said, he goes, it's like Grace, not possess them, but it's haunting the house, call it what you will. And she's like, and Grace was obsessed with her house. So she would still be in her house haunting it. She's that kind of gal. She was in every, like I said, I don't more than want to say anything, but she was in everybody's business. She would be haunting the house. She would, guys. And already, I didn't get to tell you guys, but the people that live there, they actually, I didn't understand, because they were old. The people that lived there, they were about 60. I mean, not that that's old, but they looked old. They were 60-year-olds that looked seniors. So they weren't seniors. They weren't 60 years old that looked young. Let's put it that way. They were looking very, older. And what I'm trying to say, guys, they had actually, I didn't understand. They bought that house for their daughter. Their daughter lived there for about 6 months and moved out. Her and her husband got divorced and left the house. So they were over there. They don't even live there. Or maybe they moved in now. I don't know. But they moved in now because their daughter moved out. So I think they moved in. Maybe they were just doing yard work, but maybe the house is haunted. It looks haunted, guys. Is it haunted? Quite possibly. And even the guy that lives there now was the one that was nasty to me, but he was talking to my husband one day, and sorry guys, yeah, he was talking to my husband one day, and he told my husband that he found all kinds of weird stuff in the house. Guys, I don't know if I could tell you this is gonna get spooky vibes, but Grace had her dog that passed on in the house. He found it in the house. So, she used to wear the same outfit every day. She has started like dressing like a man. She would wear dungarees. But I was thinking about, I said, maybe she wants people to think she's a man. Maybe she's afraid. Because sometimes as a woman in the world, it's scary. So she used to dress like but anyway, because before when she was younger, she didn't dress like a man. She dressed in high heels and very feminine. So I don't know. Her husband passed away in the house. Is the house haunted, guys? Quite possibly it could be haunted, but I'm gonna head home. I'm not really. And something else very creepy happened in that neighborhood. I'm not gonna even tell you guys, but it was so horrible. Something like you would see in a haunted movie, let's put it that way. Very, very sad and very horrible, only a few houses away. if I don't want to tell you guys to scare you, but it really did happen. It was something like what you would see in, say, you know, Amityville Horror House. Okay, so that's real. That really did happen there. And then these people are so great, and then more crazy people. That's why I had to move from that neighborhood, because somebody I had told you guys about before was doing very strange things, and got very strange and very weird. So me and my husband had to leave. It was very horrible. So I'll tell you if you guys want. I'll tell you guys if you really. But it's very, very strange energy in that neighborhood. Very haunted energy. So anyway, guys, I'll let you go. I'm gonna head home now, cook dinner. I do have to do some unboxing, so I'll be back with that Ipsy unboxing. But anyway, guys, I'll talk to you later.